To be clear, if there was any question about the following, the American dream is long dead in the United States. There are a couple of issues that we aren't talking about. We claim we're talking about, Congress claims to talk about, but everything from poverty and inequality, specifically income inequality, and race and militarization. There are a host of issues in the states that we aren't addressing, but let's begin with the first. Poverty and income inequality. We've got rates we haven't seen since the Great Depression. We've got 50 million Americans living in poverty. That's poverty level, which is about $24,500 for a family of four. So how do you even remotely pursue the American dream off of $24,500? Then we've got another 100 million Americans living in low income, which is essentially twice that. So you've got roughly half of America living in poverty or low income, 50 million Americans living in food insecurity, which means they don't know where their next meal is coming from. And as a result, you see a host of social and health problems as a consequence of that, whether it's obesity or mental illness or homicide or crime. So it's costing our country a great deal. Now, with the Republicans controlling the Senate, the Republicans controlling the House, and the Republicans coming out in full force for 2016 in a bid for the White House, I don't see much change. I don't see, frankly, the Democrats or the Republicans doing much in the next couple of years to address these ills. Now, who caused this? Who created this? Certainly, fingers can be pointed rightly to Wall Street and the financial industry for taking advantage of the 150 million people that I mentioned, the 50 million in poverty, the 100 million in low income. And they've done that with housing. They've done that with mortgages. And you know this story. But years after the financial crisis, which was born on the backs of the poor that I mentioned, there's been little to address or bridge that gap. And until we do, you're going to see those social health problems only increase. You're going to see violence only increase. And unfortunately, the American dream becomes more and more a distant reality.